welcome back to Priority One. Again, my name is Alexis. I'll be your host, and today's episode is brought to you just as last week's episode was brought to you by Awareness Unlimited. So I'm going to make the introduction. Thank you so much, Deb Barrier, the Executive Director and Founder of Awareness Unlimited, for sharing her time and supporting our program. Her show also runs on PPMtv here on Channel 98 in Portsmouth. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information about how you can find out more about Awareness Unlimited, as well as when you can tune into the show. All right, let's bring it into a march when you're ready. As we know, we always start with a nice, easy march. Good, and as we think about that march, we have our palms facing in and our elbow coming back and behind the body. Easy steps, warming up those ankles. Let's walk it forward. Little steps, listen to that beat, and take it back. Good. Okay, thinking about those feet. Let's use our wide, narrow step. You remember from last week when we were together, we stepped out, in. So let's start there today. I'm going to use my right foot. I'm going to step out to the side, wide on my left, and then back in. Nice thing about our steps is it doesn't matter what foot you start on. You can't do it wrong. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Out, in, out, 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 out. Perfect. Now we're doing it a little faster than we did it last week. We're going to try and keep up with the rhythm. Let that music in. And remember when we were together last, we took our side step and we took it to the front corners of our imaginary square. So let's think about that. Let's step up to the front corner and back again. So we are going to take our step, and we're going to go up, back, up, back. Follow us when you're ready. Oh, and I just left Deb out of the step. I just let my mind get ahead of my body there. Okay, I'm going to go right forward in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up, back, up, back, up, back. Front corners of that square, up. Good, legs only. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and regular march right here. Nice and easy, regular march. Always touching that heel down in the back. Before we get going, I'm going to turn to my side. Notice I'm bringing my knee forward and I'm touching that back heel down. Make sure you're not staying up on those toes. Very important that we always touch that heel down as often as we can. Okay, let's think about our side step. I'm going to take my left foot after the count of 3, and I'm going to step out wide, and then out wide on my right, and back together again, just as we did before. Follow us when you're ready. My left out to the side, in 3, 2, 1. Out, and let's think about that corner, that imaginary square that we're standing in. When you're ready, think about stepping up. 3, 2, 1. Here I go. Corner. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. And easy march. Let's walk it up a few paces. And let's walk it back. Good. Okay, let's bring our hip into action a little bit more so. We're going to use our upper inner hip, and what we're going to think about doing is tapping the toe back and behind the opposite heel. So we're going to change our pace slightly. First, we're going to slow it down before it makes sense, and then we're going to speed it up. Okay, we have our feet close to the ground. Easy arms. Let's think about bringing the right toe back and behind the left foot. In 3, 2, 1. Back and behind here, and switch. Now you'll notice that my stance has widened. It should naturally widen a little bit. And you're going to use whatever size stance works for you. Tapping back and behind. Are we getting the rhythm? I think we're getting it. The feet sound good. Let's go ahead and walk forward. Move it forward toward the television. Good. And let's walk it back. Few steps. Let's keep it right here. Tap and tap. Tap and tap. Excellent. So let's add some arms in. We know that we always think about bringing those arms into the game. And let's just warm up the chest. Let's push toward the TV, pushing through the heel of your palm, just straight towards us, fingers up. Follow us when you're ready. In 3, 2, 1. Push, push. So it's push and tap, push and tap. Good. Fingers are up. Let's start to think about those elbows coming out into the side. Let's raise those elbows up so that they are shoulder height or slightly below. We don't ever want to go above the shoulder. We want this to be all in the muscles and not in the joints. Good. Okay. Now we're going to think about pushing for that high shelf as we start to warm up the upper portion of the shoulder a little bit. Let's move it up. Move it up. Pushing toward the high shelf as we tap, tap, tap. Good. Tap. You got it. Can we walk it forward? Let's walk it up. Nice and easy. Walking forward, pushing forward. And let's walk it back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms down and toward the television. And let's think about the lower portion of the muscle as we bring it down toward the floor. Pushing down, down. Let those elbows lead. You're going to pick those elbows up and push through the heels of your palms. And again, let's walk it up. Always remembering to keep those ankles moving. And again, at any time, if you need a break, take a break. If you need some water, get some water. And if something doesn't make sense or causes any stress on the body, just go ahead and bring it back to a march. 4, 3, 2. Let's go ahead and march right here. Good. Just a small transition. Take a little break. Easy march. Now, we've done some reaching together before where we reach either the heel out in front or the toe out to the side. So let's think about putting those together. We're going to tap one heel in front and one toe out to the side. Nice thing about this, legs only. We're not going to worry about the arms right now. So I'm going to slow my march and keep my feet close to the floor. And I'm going to bring my right heel forward, my left heel forward, and then my right toe out to the side and my left toe out to the side. Pick up with us whenever you're ready. Right foot forward in 3, 2, 1. And heel, heel, toe, toe. Front, front, and side, side. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. And as always, if it doesn't make sense, pick one and stick with it. It's okay to go just forward, and it's okay to go just to the side. We'll be here when you get back. Good. 5, heel, toe, toe. 4, heel, toe, toe. 3, heel, toe, toe. 2, heel and toe, toe. 1, heel. Let's keep it all toes. All toes. Let's walk it forward. Walking up. Easy hands. We're going to start to bring those hands back into the game. Let's walk it back a little bit. Now let's think about that imaginary square. We're going to use that back corner. So let's think about the hip and the rear end a little bit as we start to reach back behind the body slightly. And it doesn't need to be fast and it doesn't need to be long. We're just looking to bring those muscles, again, into action. Can we think about maybe using some arms here? Sure, why not? Let's bring those arms down and in front of the body. And as we tap, we're going to pull this time. When we warmed up, we pushed. Now let's pull. Pull, pull, pull. Leading with the elbows. Pulling up as we tap. Up and tap. Up and tap. Good. Nice, easy pace. Pulling up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and swing those arms out. Give those arms a break. Still tapping back. We always come back to an easy swing to relax the arms. Let's take that toe, as we did last time we were together, back and behind the body. And the arms can stay low. Just tap that toe behind the rear end. Reach back and back. Good. And we're going to think about a one-arm reach. And it doesn't matter which arm you reach, but we're going to go forward and front. And if you can, extend the other arm back and behind. Back and behind, a little throwback. Good. Why don't we walk forward toward one another, up toward the television. And let's walk it back. Tapping back and reaching. Tap and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, march. Okay, now we have a little bit of Latin rhythm. Let's think about our Latin steps. We're going to use a very easy salsa-related move. We're going to put our weight on one foot. We step out, we put our weight on it. Very much like we did when we did our wide, wide, narrow, narrow format. We're going to step out, step back in, step out, and step back in. You're just going to pick up when you're ready. Put a little hip into that. Feel that Latin groove. I'm going to use my right foot. 3, 2, 1. Out and in. Left and in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's feel that rhythm and pick it up just a little bit. 1, 2, pause. 1, 2, pause. 1, 2, pause. 1, 2, pause. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now you'll notice that we're putting our weight on that foot. As we put that foot out to the side, I'm allowing my hip to reach out. And you'll see Deb's feet that she is pushing out there. Got a nice wide step. Can we walk it forward? Maybe a little? Good. Walk it up to the TV. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Walk it back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Keep it here. Out, in. Out, in. Now, let's use that corner step. Bring it back and behind to the corner of that square. Back. 1, 2. 1, 2. Can we use a little combination here? Let's try 2 to the back corner and 2 to the side. In 3, 2, to the side. Here we go. Side step, corner step, corner step, side step, corner step, corner step. How about 4 step? Side, corner, corner, and 3 step. Side, corner, corner, 2 step. Side, corner, and corner. Last set. To the side and to the corner and march it out. Very nicely done. And let's just walk those feet up a little bit. Keep those feet moving around. And take it back. Good. Okay, we're going to think about listening to our music and letting that eat into the feet. This time we're going to use front of the body and back of the body. So we're going to use 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Very much like we did just now together, where we had 1 foot out to the side and then the other foot out to the side. We're going to do the same front and back. So let's think about easy feet here. We're going to step 1 foot up, put your weight on it, back together, and 1 foot back and behind and back together. 1, 2 together, 1, 2 together, 1, 2 together, 1, 2 together. Up and back, back and up. Step and together, step and together. Good. Just like this, nice and easy. Legs only right now. Good. 5 together, 5 together, and 4 together, 4. 3 together and 3. 2 together and 2. Last one. back, and done. March. And you know what's coming. What we do on one side, we do on the other. So let's think about the opposite foot forward. Opposite foot forward. Easy feet. And let's take a look at that. We're going to step up, putting our weight on one foot, and then stepping back and closing the gap. We bring one foot back as we step on it, and then back together. Let's try it again. Step forward and together. Step back and together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up and together. Up and together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Step and together. Step and together. You may recognize this as the mambo. So you may never have thought you were going to ballroom dance today, but here we are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 5. 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 more from here. Back and together. 2 and together. Back and together. 1 together, and take it into a march. March. Good. Here's a moment for you to take a little break and get a little bit of water. Try and keep those knees coming up. We're going to spend a few minutes doing a small strength training portion of our show. So if you have an opportunity to grab those soup cans that we've used before, run to the kitchen, grab a couple of soup cans. That's what we're using. A soup can is 1 pound. If you don't want to use them, if you don't have to use them by any means. You'll see Deb performing the exercises without the soup cans, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the cans. So take a quick second. Keep marching. And we're back. How fast was that? Okay, let's think about keeping our feet down on the floor. Let's separate those feet. And we are going to think about pushing up and to the side. Pushing up and to the side as we raise the weights. Here we're thinking about our bicep muscle, and all of this can be done without your weight. Now you'll see here I have my palms facing up, my elbows are close to my side, and I'm going to push slightly through my heel and raise the weights to my shoulder. Down and slightly through the heel, raise your weights to the shoulder. And down. We come up, down, up, down. Good. That's all we're looking to do. Keep those palms up. 5, 4. Feel that bicep muscle coming into action. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Let's keep it still. We're going to keep those feet flat on the floor. Now let's think about the side of the shoulder as I put my weights in one hand, side of the shoulder right here. Let's keep the shoulders down and low. Palms are facing in. We're going to raise palms down to shoulder height and back down again. Up to shoulder height and back down again. We want to stay shoulder height or lower so that we're careful to not tax our rotator cuff. You hear me talk about the rotator cuff a lot. Very important that that shoulder girdle stays nice and low. And we come to shoulder height, and that's it. We have 3 more, 2 more, last one, and relax. Now we're going to think about them as grocery bags. We know where the grocery bags go, always over to the side with a little bit of weight. And we're going to think about working our grocery bag muscles, which is right back here in the rear of the shoulder. Okay? So when we think about lifting our grocery bags, I'm going to turn to the side. We want to raise that elbow behind the body. So let's be sure that when we pick it up, just like you see Deb doing here, she has her arm and her elbow behind the body, not out to the side. So be very aware that you are not out to the side here. Okay, let's try it out. Easy knees. You should feel your weight on the heels of your feet, and let's lift those weights up and down. Up and down. Good. Keep your shoulders low. Keep your chin low. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Now let's do one more exercise together with our weights as we think about the front of the shoulder. As I pair my weights up, we're going to work this section right here, and we're going to think about rolling those shoulders down and back. Palms are facing behind the body, weights are at your sides, and we're going to raise up to shoulder height or lower, and back down again. Up and back down. Try and keep those arms right in front of the shoulders. So we want a nice straight line from your shoulder to your elbow to your wrist, so that we're coming in front of the body and not out to the sides. We have 4 more, 3 more. Keep those arms parallel for 2, and last 1. Relax. And take a moment to relieve yourself of the weight. Either put them down next to you or rest them for a moment right on your weight, right on your hips here. And let's roll the shoulders for a second. Let's give the shoulders a little break. Roll them back. Good. And reverse your direction. Roll them forward. Excellent. Okay, take a little break. Let's think about one last muscle here, or maybe 2. We're going to think about our tricep muscle. As we look at that, that is the bottom of the arm. As we have our bicep here, our tricep is in the back. Okay? So we're going to go back into our grocery bag pose. Let's pick up our bags, and we're going to keep that elbow right where it is as we push the weight back and behind us. So you'll see the only portion moving is the elbow and the forearm. Put the weights back, straight back, and to the hips. Straight back and to the hips. As I turn to face, we're going to extend back and retract. Back and retract. We have 4, in, 3, in, 2 more, and last 1. Nicely done. How about I sneak one extra exercise in on you today? Let's think about the top of our shoulder and the muscle that connects the shoulder to the neck. This is called our trapezius muscle, which extends partway down the back. If this exercise if it's any discomfort, any pain, any confusion, please, because we're reaching in front of the body and overhead, you can feel free to take a break here if you'd like. But if we woke up on the Olympic side, let's take those weights out to our sides here, palms facing me, push up to the high shelf, and take it off the shelf. Now you'll see, as Deb and I reach, we are leading with our elbows out into the sides, keeping the hands wide. Down, good. 5, and down. 4, and down. How about 3 more? We're almost there. 2 more. Down. Last 1, and down. Who knew soup could be so much work, huh? Okay, I'm going to put our soup cans down. And let's think a little bit more. We have a few more minutes together. We're going to spend a couple of extra minutes taking a look at our reaction time and our strength in our hips. So occasionally when we think about sitting can be a challenge, standing can be a challenge. So let's work on those muscles. When we think about sitting, we call it a squat. And as we look at our squat, we want our feet to be shoulder width apart, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and knees over ankles. Now your squat starts in your hips. So let's think about keeping a straight spine as we reach those hips back and behind the body. And we push through the heels to stand back up. I'm going to turn to my side so you can see just what that means. We're going to reach those hips back and behind and push up through the heels. Back and behind and push up through the heels. Now a great squat, a great sit, you should be able to wiggle those toes in your shoes even when those hips are back. Wiggle in those toes and stand up. I'm going to turn back to face. Let's do a few more together. And we're going to bring the hips back and down and up and down. Good. Now let's bring the arms to the sides, and as we sit, we're going to create a small counterbalance here. And we're going to bring the arms back as we stand. Counterbalance by bringing the arms forward as you sit and pushing through the heels, bringing the arms back to the body. Down and up. We're going to do 5 more together. And 4 more. 3 more as we get ready to cool it down and stretch. 2 more. How about 1? Let's hold this for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up through those heels. And proper sitting, as we know now, has our hips back and behind. Always balancing between your heel and the ball of your foot. Heel and the ball of the foot. Let's do some simple stretching. Let's think about spreading those feet a little wider than shoulder width, or shoulder width within that realm. Okay, we're gonna come down in a little sit and raise up to stretch the arms with a deep inhale, and we exhale here. Good. And inhale and exhale. Bringing one arm across the body, pulling that arm slightly in as we stretch the upper muscles of the arm. And full range of motion, reach all the way out, open the chest, open the chest. And relax. And the opposite arm, as we do the same thing, we bring it across the body, hold the elbow in, and open wide to stretch the chest, and relax. Let's come to bring our feet back beneath the hips, and as we learned when we were together last, we're going to bring one heel in front and sit back on the standing leg. Sitting back on the standing leg as we stretch the muscles in the back of the leg here. Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. We have a few stretches together, a little bit of time left. This episode was brought to you by Awareness Unlimited. I'm going to give you a little information on how to find out more about them here in just a moment. Let's bring the other foot forward, sitting down as we stretch our second leg. Awareness Unlimited works to promote respect, understanding, and awareness in the community. Please find Deb and her show, her show open here every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Please check out her website, check out our website for more information on how you can get involved. Are you interested in learning more, becoming a supporter, looking to volunteer? Contact Deb, awarenessunlimited.org. And again, you can find us online here at ppmtvnh.org. That's ppmtvnh.org. Thank you again. Thank you to Deb. Thank you to Awareness Unlimited for making this show possible. Let's do some deep breathing before we send ourselves off for the day. Okay, let's separate those feet. Deep inhale. In with the good air.